So this week's video will be a little different from my usual videos because I took this DNA test, but this was just too weird to pass up. Maybe you've thought about it yourselves. If you have, consider wisely. I've read online that some people have gotten really surprised. That would include me. My motivation behind this is purely curiosity. I have no desire to track down long-lost relatives or anything like that. It was just sort of a I thought I wanted to share with you this recent thing that I bought. You've probably heard of them. It's to track your DNA or your heritage through your DNA. On the one hand, I think it's kind of unnecessary because I'm almost exclusively Danish with a little bit of Swedish in there. On the other hand, I thought, well, what if there would be some unexpected results? That would be fun. One thing I've always wondered about is how come my maternal grandmother had such dark hair? She had black hair and really brown eyes and really dark skin. And of course, Danes can look like that, just not very often. So I just thought, I wanted to look into that. And also my dad never was very informative about his background. I know that his parents changed his last name to be different from theirs, and I never knew why. And also my maternal grandfather, his mom was from Sweden. It could be interesting to see if there's anything more there. So this is what it looks like. And I think the only reason I got it was that it was half price on Black Friday. So I fell for that. I need to activate this kit online. So that's what I'm going to do first. Okay, and the next thing I need to do is do the whole swabbing. Okay, so there's all these different kinds of strange things in here. Well, since I've been used to getting corona tested, this is not that far off. Okay, I've now done the swabbing and then put them into these little vials and broke off the long stick here. And then these little vials have to be placed softly on a little pillow inside a Ziploc bag. So shipping this off to Texas now. We'll wait patiently for my results. I got the result this morning and I did not film my reaction because it was 7 o'clock in the morning. I was still wearing my robe. I was sort of, hadn't even gotten my coffee yet, so I didn't want to put you through that. And I kind of regret that I didn't. It's later in the day now. I'm still, I wouldn't say reeling from the shock, but it did still catch me by surprise, I have to say. However, I'm not surprised in the sense that I was looking for something. I'm not adopted. I've always known where I'm from. And yet, so without further ado, let me reveal to you what my DNA test said. How am I more English than Scandinavian? I don't get it. I really don't get it. It's not really that important. I mean, who cares where we're from? It's not going to matter in terms of how we relate to other people or what I'm going to do tomorrow when I get up. But still, 54-point-something% English? How? Our identities are formed by our experiences, what we remember from our past, culture, our parents, all sorts of things that form part of this narrative that we have in our minds about who we are. And something like this shouldn't change it. And of course it doesn't. I've lived this far without having any clue. But to be honest, I thought I was just going to be told you're about 80 to 90% Danish, and then there's a bit of some other Scandinavian something, maybe a German cousin or a Dutch something or other. This, however, I'm not a genealogist. I have no idea how these things work. And by the way, I did look up a lot of reviews of this beforehand, so that now I have a pretty good idea that this is quite accurate. There may be, a few percentage points off here and there, but it's not like I'm 0.1% English. It's more than half of me. Is it connected to when the Vikings went to England? The Celts? How far back does this go? Or is it the other way around? But of course, the really crazy thing is that, I wrote a book about England. I didn't write a book about Hungary or Iceland or even the United States where I lived. I've always gravitated toward England. Has the DNA been running the show all along? If anybody knows more about this than I do, more about the whole gene DNA thing, please let me know. Was someone adopted in my family? Did someone have an affair? Did somebody from England immigrate to Denmark? Or the other way around? I don't know how this works. What? I kind of want answers now. I just don't get it. From what I could read, your genes, your DNA isn't passed down evenly from all your grandparents or great-grandparents. So, for instance, your siblings, I was considering telling my brother, you know, you're not going to believe this. We have these British genes. And then I read again that siblings don't have the same DNA. They will have some of it in common, but I might get, for instance, 10% passed down from one great-grandparent and 40% from another great-grandparent. It happens randomly, but many somebodies apparently were English in my background. This is just, it's amazing. I mean, I studied English at the university. I've traveled to England many, many times, lived in London for a semester. It's mind-boggling. I have some second and third cousins in all sorts of crazy places. Obviously, still quite a lot in Denmark, but some in Sweden, one in Norway, a couple in Holland, one in New Zealand, a few in the States, and then there's this whole group of English people. It's just so strange. And to be honest, I was a little touched, having always loved England. It just seems so strange. Also, I'm excited that I'm a little Finnish because I've wanted to go to Finland for a long time. I was very interested to see that I'm also slightly Baltic. Gosh, there you are. I wonder if any of you have tried this. I wonder if you're contemplating trying this. It doesn't make any difference, obviously, but it's kind of fun and it does make me wonder. Thanks for watching this, my ramblings and this crazy video, and I promise to get out of the house for my next video. Bye for now.